Hey, what's up everybody? It's Bobby. Just a real quick video for you guys today. Today I'm going to be doing a demonstration of the brand new Apple wireless Magic Mouse, which did come out alongside with the brand new iMac 27-inch and 21.5-inch. Now this does come standard with all brand new iMacs, and I'm just going to be doing, and you'll be able to buy it in Apple stores very soon. If you're watching this video and it sells in Apple stores already, then you already probably know. But today is the 28th, I think, and you currently can't buy these in Apple stores. So I'm just going to be doing a demo and an overview and my general first impression of the brand new Apple wireless Magic Mouse, and I will also be doing a review of this later. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that you're going to notice when you start using the mouse is that it's very low to the ground. Now if you've seen my unboxing of my brand new iMac, you know that the Magic Mouse is very, very thin compared to the old one. So as you guys see, it's very thin and it sits very low to the ground. So if you're used to using a Mighty Mouse, which requires your hand to kind of sit bulked up, this one does not actually. Your hand will be resting kind of curvature over the top of the mouse. It's not really resting on top of the mouse. So I guess that's alright, but after a while your hand does feel kind of tired. Now the second thing you're going to notice is it does have kind of a smooth feeling across the top of it. It's not as smooth as like I would have liked, but the friction you do get used to, and you will get used to how easy it is to scroll. Now this mouse is the first multi-touch mouse, which means that this entire top surface, aside from being just one big button that clicks in multiple places, it also is a multi-touch surface. So you can do multi-touch gestures such as scrolling with one finger, two-finger swipes left and right to go back and forward with pictures and pages and stuff like that, and scroll in a full 360 degrees. So that always is a plus. Now, one thing I can see about this mouse going in the future is because it does have a lack of physical buttons, there is no scroll button on the top, and it is firmware upgradable. It's a Bluetooth mouse. I can see that Apple upgrading the amount of multi-touch functions available for the mouse like they did with the trackpads in the iPhone and stuff like that. Currently, you can't do pinch to zoom, which is kind of a disappointment for me. What I would have liked would to be able to have two fingers here and spread them apart like that, and it'll be able to zoom and zoom in kind of like that. You can't do that. And another thing that I really do not like about this mouse is it does lack the side buttons that the previous Mighty Mouse did have for Expose. So when you're using it, you can't pinch the two side buttons in order to activate Expose. Now you can set Expose to be right click, which is you click in the top right corner. By the way, you can also switch this if you're a left-handed user. You can make all the buttons reversed, so it's easy to use if you're left-handed. But you can set this top right-hand corner button to click into Expose, but that does eliminate the function of right click, which I do not like. So I'm just going to be giving you guys some demonstrations of how easy it is to use the mouse itself. Now the scrolling, the one finger scrolling does become very easy to get the hang of. I mean, it's very smooth. It does you can set it all in preferences if you want it to track with momentum, and what that means is if you're tracking down and say you want to get to the bottom of a web page or the bottom of your iTunes if you have a lot of songs, the Magic Mouse can tell how fast you're scrolling. So if you're scrolling down a page slowly like this, it'll be able to tell that you're scrolling slowly. But if you flick down really fast, it'll flick very fast along with it. So you can go all the way up really quickly, all the way down really quickly. It just depends on your speed. You can also set it so that it doesn't do that. And also, it scrolls with momentum. And what that means is when you let go, it'll scroll a little bit after you already have scrolled. So it'll like kind of keep up the momentum depending on how fast you've scrolled. So that is a very nice feature that Apple has included. I mean, it's very easy to use. It does become very simple, very part of your everyday computing, I guess. It's very easy. Another thing that I really like about it is the chip supposedly that Apple included in the Magic Mouse. It does, it can sense if your fingers are just resting. Now, at first when I started using this mouse yesterday when I got my computer, I tended to kind of keep my middle finger and all the rest of my fingers up in the air whenever I would be scrolling, and that does get very tiring in your hand after a while, especially if you can use your computer a lot during the day. So a nice thing that Apple has included in this is the ability to rest your fingers on top and the mouse to recognize that your fingers are just resting. And another really nice thing is you're going to be able to scroll while your other finger is resting. It can tell that your middle finger is resting and your pointer finger is scrolling. So I found this not to be as responsive as if you're just using the one finger scrolling with no other fingers touching, but it does work if you're using your computer really quickly, you're moving your mouse around a lot and you need to scroll and stuff like that. It does work very well, and it does work as advertised. Now, one feature that Apple has been advertising, which is scrolling left and right between web pages and pictures and stuff like that using two-finger swipe, this feature I found not to work as well. It works sometimes, like it takes a little while to get going at first using the two-finger swipes, but once you get started, then Apple recognizes that you're going to be doing that. So I'm just going to demo it right here for you and show you what I think of it. So if I swipe back, that actually worked first time, which it doesn't usually. Wow, that's actually being really responsive. But as you guys see, it'll work sometimes and it won't work sometimes. I mean, if you're using a computer quickly and you just do a two-finger swipe, it doesn't always work right away, but right here it's working, so that's always a plus. So that's always another good thing to have. Now, that is about it advertised with the Magic Mouse. It's just a very simple mouse to use. It's very easy to get used to if you're worried about all the multi-touch functions and not being able to use it. It's very easy. The right click works really well. The clicking and scrolling, it's very smooth, and it's also advertised to be able to track on almost all surfaces because of like the certain friction they included on the bottom or whatever like that. I haven't found it to be able to work that well on glass. It works sometimes. I do have a glass top on my desk, and it hasn't been working for that, but if you have a mouse pad, it'll work really smoothly. I'm sure wooden desks work very well. If you have any sort of surface, it'll work really well. You can even scroll on your hand. I mean, it's just a very responsive mouse. The only thing is it won't scroll on glass, so that's always a minus. Overall, my first impressions of this mouse have been really great. I'm going to be doing a review of this mouse, probably a comparison to the previous Magic Mouse, but this has just been an overall overview and demo of the mouse itself. I'm just going to really quickly show you the preferences. As you guys see right here, the preferences, you're going to be able to control how fast you want the tracking speed to be, how fast the scrolling speed to be, how fast you want the double click to be. It gives you options to customize your secondary click if you want it to be right or left. It gives you an options to choose if you want to scroll with momentum, if you want to even have scrolling at all. You can choose to not have this multi-touch scrolling feature, which Apple has advertised if you just want to use it as a click mouse, just a normal mouse. You can change what the key is for screen zoom. If you hold down Control and click in, you can scroll in on your screen. I don't know why Apple's making this a big deal. This was actually included in their previous Magic Mouse. You just have to use the scroll ball, but everybody seems to be making a big deal. Maybe it's just that people didn't know how to do this before, but now they know how to do it. So you can also do swipe left to right to navigate, and it has nice little video kind of descriptions of how each multi-touch gesture works. It's very nice, very Apple-like. They also include this in the settings for the trackpad on all Apple laptops now, which has been around for a while, but now they've included the same sort of preference pane for the Magic Mouse. It also tells you right down here in the bottom that your battery life level. Now, this Magic Mouse's battery is supposed to last about 4 months, which is very good. My previous Mighty Mouse lasted about 1.5 to 2 months on 2 AA batteries. I think this uses 2 AA batteries. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just 1. It looks like 2 to me. But it's supposed to last 4 months, which is tons of time. And right now, if you see, I've used it plenty. I've used it a ton, and it still has 100% battery level, so that's always a plus, and you'll be able to check right here. So that's about it for this video. You guys will see some more Magic Mouse videos and definitely more iMac videos. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter. You guys can email me if you have any questions. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.